What's up, guys? I want to take a moment here just to talk through this CTSV. We did a fuel system on this car today. Yes, a fuel system was done in an afternoon for a boosted LS car. For me, that's crazy. Absolutely nuts because the cars that I've had in the past have been turbo LS swaps, and I just want to take a moment to talk through how easy this fuel system was to put together and how it compares to the turbo cars that we've played with in the past. First and foremost, huge thank you to my boy Nick. His hands are all over this car, just like they are with all of my cars, man. Thank you as always for all the help that you give. And I just want to take a moment to talk through what this fuel system actually is. We installed a DSX auxiliary fuel pump. I've got 1300 injector dynamic injectors and then a flex fuel sensor from DSX as well. And so those injectors will live on a Magnuson 2650 whenever the hell that supercharger shows up. Thank you, Magnuson. Please send me my blower. It's been a long time. And then also, this fuel pump, I just want to show you the wiring to give you an idea of how clean and easy this thing was. It actually took more time to drain the gas out of the factory tank because you have to drill a hole and tap it because you're tapping into the factory fuel tank. Took more time to let that thing drip and drain gas than it took to install the fuel pump, right? And to give you an idea of how nice this system is and how simple it is, this is the wiring for the fuel pump. You can see I ran it back there along the firewall using this factory hole. That'll keep it nicely tucked away from the headers. You've got a power and a ground here, factory locations, and you've got a module which feeds two sensor plugs, two map sensor male end plugs. That fits into the factory wiring system. This will go to the map sensor itself. Super easy. No time at all to install that, right? Fuel system is done. One afternoon. How does that compare to a turbo LS car? Let's take my Mustang as an example. The Mustang used a 750 liter per hour MagnaFlow, and that was an auxiliary pump. That pump took time to figure out that system with what line am I going to run, what filters am I going to run, what fuel pressure regulator are we going to run. Even when I got it all together, not only was the fuel pump really noisy, but I had to figure out the appropriate fuel filters, and I also had to figure out how to ventilate that system. You also have to figure out a return system a lot of times with these turbo LS cars. That car took time to study. It took time to figure out what was going to be run and to replace parts that you may have purchased incorrectly to begin with. So, huge thank you to Nick, as always, for his help with the builds, but this really paints a picture, which is a theme with these modern LS cars. How much easier is it to modify these modern LS cars because everything is meant for them specifically, as opposed to having to build custom systems, custom fuel system, custom turbo system, custom supercharger system. It goes on and on, intercooling, etc. This is such a pleasure to work on. It's an LSA. So the heads are the same. The cam comes out the same as the Junkyard 5.3, right? Like, man, the heat exchanger, again, plug and play stuff, man. Using factory location mounts and playing with this modern stuff has really spoiled me from the perspective of ease of use and the amenities, like heated seats, air conditioning, modern suspension. Look, these cars aren't going to be at the drag strip all the time, but yeah, they'll be there every once in a while. And you can better believe they'll be cruising. They'll be going to car shows. And will I be comfortable? Abso-damn-lutely. Will I be the fastest guy out there? No. But we'll see what these cars can do. All I can tell you is this. I'm so happy that I've gotten an opportunity to play with the Turbo LS stuff. But these cars really make me feel like I've graduated, really make me feel like my taste has changed, really makes me feel like, it's an acquired taste, right? Like, it's difficult to appreciate the ease of these systems unless you've spent the time in the trenches figuring out the LS swap stuff, right? So Anyway, that's me just pontificating for a minute about this LS stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Give me your opinion if this is something that I should continue to do. If this bored the hell out of you, let me know. But with that said, take it easy.